Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video on my Forza Horizon 3 car wish list. This was a pretty hard list to make. You know, it's hard just to sit down and like come up with 1,000 cars you want to see in a game, but I did it. I could have done a lot more, and I might do a second video. If you guys would like to see that, I might do that. Figure out some other cars I'd like to see that I just haven't thought of off the top of my head. Also, I'm kind of worn out today. I've been going really hard on my IRL channel where I do car videos IRL, and yeah, it's pretty tiring to work on cars in real life. So sorry guys, I'm pretty tired, and I might have like put some cars on my list that are in the game already, like have already been announced. So some of these may have been announced, and I'm sorry guys, I can't do the cross analysis and check them all because I'm super tired. But anyways, let's get into the list. And some of these, wow, I'm rambling. I'm really bad at rambling. But some of these have been seen in Forza, and some of them are like Forza 6 and stuff. But these are just some of my favorite cars, and some cars that have never been seen before that we want as a community. Some of these are from the community. So let's get into it right now without any more rambling. Number one is the Camry, also known as the Nissan Skyline, like the year 73 to, yeah, it's like the year 73, basically. It was made other years, but 73 is just the one I know. And this Skyline is one of my favorite, it is my favorite Skyline, the Camry. So 73 Skyline GTR. Next up we have the Nissan DR30. It's basically the R30 Skyline, and this thing is awesome. This was actually one of the cars I was considering buying before I bought my 86, but they're really hard to find. Next up, we have the RX-7 FC, one of my favorite cars, one of your guys' favorite cars, as you've told me. The FC is an amazing car, and I want to see it so badly. Also, the FB RX-7. Some guy in my comments loves the FB, so shout out to you. The FB is an awesome car, and it should be in Forza. Next up, we have the FXX. This is the Ferrari FXX based on the Enzo, not the one based on the LaFerrari. Awesome car. It sounds ridiculous. Next up, we have the A86 Coupe. They have the A86 hatchback, but the Coupe is so awesome and so different. It actually weighs less and has better structural integrity. So the Coupe is overall a better car for racing, and I think it just should be in the game. Also, it would be cool if they made it like a USDM style, so the bumpers are slightly different and has a little less horsepower. That'd be cool to see. Also, we have the 8611, and the 11 is the 86 with fixed headlights, so it doesn't have the pop-ups. They could bring that in as a coupe or a hatchback, and USDM or JDM. Either way, I will want to see it. Next up, we have the Toyota Cressida, all generations. I think there's like 3 generations of Cressida, and I love them all. Cressida are great cars. Toyota Chaser as well. I think some of the Chasers may be based on Cressidas or vice versa. So yeah, Chaser. Some of the cars you guys want to see the most are Chasers. They're amazing drift cars, and they're awesome. I love Chasers. Next up, we have the 3rd gen Toyota MR2. This is the MR2 that kind of looks like a Miata, and it's actually a pretty cool MR2 when you like put a hardtop on it and a body kit. It looks pretty sick. It looks like a little Porsche. Next up, we have the Toyota Prius. Why would we have a Prius in the game? Because why not? We had the Aztec in Forza 6, and yeah, the Prius would be sick in the game. Countach. We've seen the Countach many times, but I love the Countach. It'd be cool if they put the one in without the flares as well. And yeah. Next up, Civic Type R. I love the Civic Type R. It's probably my favorite Honda, besides the NSX and S2000. The Civic Type R just looks sick to me, like the brand new one. So I'd like to see that. I'm talking about the brand new one. The other ones are cool too. 68 Charger, one of my favorite years of Charger, probably my favorite muscle car. The 68 Charger has different taillights than the 69, which is in the game. So yeah, and has a different grille. So I think the 68 is the best year for the Charger, so that'd be cool to be in the game. Next up, Bugatti Chiron. I have no clue how to say it. But the Bugatti Chiron, so much better looking than the Veyron. and it's just a cool car. I love that car. Next up, something even better than the Chiron, Aston Martin Vulcan. That car is insane. That was on Top Gear. Before Top Gear, I saw it in a picture on Google Images. I had no clue what it was. I haven't heard of it before, and I actually saved the picture to my computer. That's how much I like the Vulcan. Next up, the P1 GTR. Cool car. They're adding race cars into Forza Horizon 3, so the GTR P1. Sick car. Mark III Supra. It'd be cool if they added all generations of every Supra and crap, but they won't, just because they don't favor us JDM people that much, so it'd be cool if they added the Mark III. We have the Mark IV, put the Mark III back in. Next up, DeLorean. DeLoreans are awesome cars. I love DeLoreans. They're mid-engine, they're 80s. I just love them. Pantera, same dealio, mid-engine, kind of 70s, 80s styling. And I love Panteras. They're sick cars and they need to be in the game. Next up, AMC Gremlin. AMC is not really fleshed out in the game as much as I'd like to see, you know. There's many AMC cars that could be in the game. There's the Pacer and stuff like that, but they don't have it very many at all. So the Gremlin should be in the game. Also the AMC Matador. I love that car. That thing's massive. I love it. I love big muscle cars like that. Next up, Ferrari F12. Yeah, cool car. Next up, Ferrari 599XX. That was in Horizon 1. Love that car. Next up, Mitsubishi Starion. Another 80s gem. Should be in the game. Next up, Mach 1. Mustang Mach 1. I want the one that's from the 70s. That's like the big sloped back. That's the one I like. Like the 73 or something. That's the Mach 1 I like. R33. The R33 has been in Forza a lot, but it wasn't in Forza 5 if I recall, so please put the R33 in Horizon 3. Next up, Zenvo ST1. The Zenvo is a cool car. It's pretty much a concept car. You know, they had it on Top Gear and it caught on fire, so yeah, it is what it is. Next up, BMW M1 Pro car. That car was in Forza Horizon, or no, not Forza Horizon, Forza Motorsport 6, and I love the M1 with that body kit. It's so 80s, and I love 80s cars. Next up, the Viper ACR, and like the normal Viper from 2016. You know, the Viper went out of production, and it's pretty sad. The Vipers are sick cars, and they should be in Forza Horizon 3, the new ones, and the old ones. Ford Focus RS. I love the new RS. It's, you know, it's an all-wheel drive car with a drift button. So, that's just insane. Next up, Jaguar XJ20 or 220. That car is so slick. That car, I saw a picture of that car and I didn't know what it was, and when I found out what it was, I was expecting it to be like a Nissan or something, like a Nissan concept car. But it turned out to be a Jaguar, and that like blew me away because Jaguar beforehand didn't make cars that sleek, so they make good looking cars, but nothing that sleek. Next up, Lambo Jalpa. I love Lamborghinis, and the Jalpa is an 80s gem, as I've said many times before. I love the 80s Jalpa. Next up, Miata Convertible. They've had Miatas before. In Forza Horizon 2, they brought in the Miata Convertible, and that's just fun in an open world game to have a convertible, so put in the Miata Convertible. Next up, the 280ZX. Nissan 280ZX. I think this is called like a Z31 slang, but I like to call it the 280ZX because I'm American, so yep, 280ZX. Cool car. 80s. What more could you ask for? Next up, Aztec. That was in Forza Horizon or Motorsport 6. They like brought it in as a joke, but I actually liked Aztec. You know, why not? I don't like it, like the looks of it. I just think having normal cars in that game adds a lot to the game. You know, just having everyday cars. So yeah. Next up, we got the Yaris. That is kind of the same dealio. But actually, the Yaris can be made to be pretty cool. The two-door. So put the Yaris in. Next up, some Rolls Royces. I didn't select any specific models, but I love Rolls Royces. They're like big yachts, and those would be fun to get sideways. So put in some Rolls Royces. Oh, that's a tongue twister for me. Saleen S7. I love the Saleen S7. That car was on Top Gear America, and it actually, like, I didn't like it before, but once I, like, saw on Top Gear America, and, like, I don't know, it just changed my outlook on it. So I like the Saline S7. Put it in the game, please. Next up, BMW Isetta. That car is just awesome. I love this Isetta. It's like a basically like a fridge. Like you open the front like a fridge. It's a really weird car. Google it if you don't know what it looks like. Next up, the new NSX. So the brand new NSX, you know, it's not like my cup of tea, the new NSX, you know, I would have preferred like a tuner style car, but I don't know, it's alright, and I would like to drive it in the game, because I'm sure not going to drive it in real life, so the new NSX, also they could add the NSX GT3, or whatever it's called, that was just announced, that would be sick. Next up, we got the BMW i8, that supercar, kind of falls in the same category as the NSX, and that'd be fun to see in the game. Next up, Honda Beat. That's a sick little car. Suzuki Cappuccino, another sick little car. Next up, we got the Celica Alltrack. I'm talking about the one from like '89. That car is awesome. It's like a rally-ish car. It's pretty cool looking. Pretty cool. Daihatsu Midget. You know, they announced like three-wheelers, so put the Midget in. I love the Midget. It's great. Next up, we got the Mitsuoka Orochi. That car is just awesome looking. It's like so rice. But you know, it's a good type of rice, because it's not done by a person. It's done by a manufacturer. So, the Mitsuoka Orochi. And next up, we got the Celica from 1977 or something. Like the fastback version of the Celica. They could add all the Celicas in. I love them all. I love every Toyota. So, that is my list right there. I kind of stumbled through it, but whatever. You know, I'm pretty tired, and yeah, thank you guys for watching all my previous videos. I got a ton of views on them, and that makes me so happy. So yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. I will see you guys soon in another video. Thanks for watching. Later.